Good morning, all. Here we are, another Saturday morning. Hope your weekend is off to a good start. We had 12 crosses submitted this week. That's great. There's 8 judges, so 12 crosses gives us a good idea of what's going on. But bear in mind, I say this, there's a lot of things I say every week, the same thing. The average is really sort of irrelevant. It's what we're looking at is what are people thinking? What are other people thinking? And when I put my first cross on you, which I haven't moved on Tuesday, it was one of these, one of the bottom ones down. There's a little cluster at the bottom there. Mine was one of them. In fact, I'll highlight mine now and make it flash by back and forth with the cursor. Yeah, that's the bottom right hand side. But I did say at the time, I think having looked at it a bit longer, it should have been a little bit further to the left and possibly further up. So it's quite a narrow band there, though. Let me draw some lines here because it's quite a narrow band from this player on the right. See, you've got to narrow that band there. So nearly everybody, all 12 of you, or 12 of us, because I'm one of them, think he's looking in that direction, in that thing. The big variation is where this guy on the left is looking. So see, there's a big difference there between the bottom ones and the top ones. But another thing I always say every week as well, it really is irrelevant where you think it is. A lot of you are adamant. Well, you put in the comments later on. Well, it's obvious where they're looking. Well, it might be obvious to you, but everybody else thinks it's obvious that it's somewhere else, and we shouldn't be knocking people for that. Like I originally thought he was down the bottom, and a lot of people thought, well, nearly everybody thought he was higher than where I've gone. And now I got a chance to look at it again. Even I think it's higher because I think now the winning cross is going to be the average of where the judges go. So, like I said, it's irrelevant what I think or what you think. Where do you think the judges are going to go? So, having drawn some lines by there, I do think that the judges are going to go much higher up. Anyway, let's get the average in first so we can see where the average is, because it's I'm glad to say it's working again now. So there's the average of the crosses that you have submitted, and it's no good putting in the comments, well, I think the average should be lower. The average is what it is. It's an average of the 12 crosses that you guys have submitted. So that's 2448 1194. Looking at it again, I think that some of the judges, most of the judges, are going to go higher than that average, because I think they're going to look at this guy at the front on the left here and they're going to think, yeah, he's looking higher than that. He's looking higher than the average. Now, the question for me is how many of them will go higher than average? I mean, if 5 or 6 of them go higher than the average, then it's going to be considerably higher. But then if 2 of them go lower, where this cluster is at the bottom, it's going to pull the average down. So if I draw another line from this guy, because I think he's looking, on reflection, I think he's looking up in that sort of direction. So if I go in the middle of where he's looking, up there somewhere, so yeah, I'm going to be quite a bit, I think, higher than the average this week. That's what I'm going to be doing. Width-wise, I think the average is, from left to right, I think the average is okay in that sort of horizontal line, because it is an average between the two. But I personally am going to go quite a bit higher than where that average is, because I think more of them will go above where the average is than will go below, because of the angle of this guy on the left-hand side here. So I think it's going to be quite a bit higher than where our average is this week. Now, usually I'm quite happy to go with that average because I think it's a good sign, but my gut is telling me that judges are going to go higher this week because of this fella on the left. But you make your own decisions. You just stick the average into your picture and then work from there, see what you think, whether you think it should be lower or higher. It's entirely up to you. It's you that's going to win or lose, so it's your decision. Let's get the what you call it down. What's it called? The target. Yeah, that's it. The target. Right, so if I put the target there, are they looking at that zone 1 area, the winning cross? Yes, I think the guy on the right, Baldy, I think he's looking in that direction. But looking at this, it just sort of backs up my thought, my personal thought, that this guy on the left is looking higher, because I think he's looking slightly to the left of that zone 1 area. So yeah, that's made my mind up. I'm going to go higher than the average, and quite a bit higher too. Probably be about 100 pixels or so higher than the average. What else then? Revcomps. Let's have a look. Because I didn't do anything Saturday because I was in a camper van last Saturday, enjoying myself. Actually, Saturday afternoon I was in Stonehenge with most of the planet. So what have I got tickets on this week? You know, I like the look of this Audi A3 S-Line. It's the 1 litre one, but it's a lovely looking car. So I had 3 tickets on that one, and it's got my initials on the number plate, ML. So how can I not win that? The only other one I done three tickets on this camper van. I was attracted by the whole plus £10,000 thing, so I didn't bother with the others. So what did they add on Thursday then for next Thursday? McLaren, I have to have a ticket on here, don't I? Because it's £75,000 cash alternative. I do like this motorhome. Only comes with £5,000 cash, but I just don't know what I would do with it. I couldn't park it anywhere. I'd have to go into storage, which is more expense. The Tiguan R, I didn't go for that. I do like the look of this Audi S1 Quattro. I looked up the specs on that this morning, and the 0 to 60 was like 5.6 seconds, and it's a manual 4-wheel drive, so hilarious to drive, I would imagine. Should be brilliant fun. I didn't bother with the van. I do like the look of this 2020 Ford Focus ST Line X. So I had a couple of tickets on that because they were cheap, mainly. They were £2.67, so I think I had 3 tickets on that. And having had the a Ford before, I know how nice they are to drive, so yeah, gone for that. Auto draws, vehicle auto draws, was a bit weird because up until this morning, the last one they had on the list was this Fiesta, which ended on Monday. And I thought, well, maybe they're going to stop doing it now then because they haven't updated it all week. But then this morning, then more of them started popping up on there. So I haven't got one on the Porsche or the Fiesta. But then these popped up this morning, so I thought, oh, I can't. And as much as I say every week I'm trying to cut back, I never do. I thought I'm going to have one on this Golf R because it looks nice. I like the colour, 4-wheel drive. Yeah, gonna have one on that. Didn't bother with the van. Just had one on this one, this Audi Quattro. It's the diesel TDI 4-wheel drive. Thought, yeah, that'll do me. I had one on this Peugeot 308 GTI, 258 brake horsepower. It's another one that's going to be a hilarious laugh. I think I just had one on there, and this Volkswagen Up. It's not the GTI, it's a high up, but still nice nippy little run around, reliable, good on fuel. I thought, yeah, I'll have a ticket on that. So I bought 4 more tickets this morning on those things. So that's it from me for this morning then. I got loads to do this morning. I've got to be shopping around for furniture and white goods. I've been offered a brand new flat in Porthcawl overlooking the sea. How can I turn that down? They're still building them, so it's not going to be ready for a couple of months, but I'm going to have to have a look around and see what sort of money I've got to spend out. Or I could just live in my camper van, that might be easier. Anyway, enjoy your weekend, everyone, and good luck. Hope Christian turns up on Tuesday.